on, Mike. Just hold on 1 second with that thought. Shall we go back and watch this take off?
Yeah. You know, what's one more delay? Manufacturers have been waiting for about 13 years for this, and there goes the 787 Dreamliner making its way down the runway. Again, it's going to fly for 5 hours. Chris Spender from the Los Angeles newsroom just informing me 83 customers so far, 83 cancellations of planes so far for this thing. But believe me, when this thing gets up and running, if it goes like they say it's going to go, and there it is, the 787 Dreamliner taking off, aviation history right there. If it goes the way they say it's going to go, those orders will be stacked up again. Boeing knows that, which is why they spent the billions of dollars it took to get this thing where it is right now, which is about 400 feet above the ground in Everett, Washington. They'll pull the landing gear up now, and everything this plane does, every flat movement, the landing gear going up, everything it does right now is being watched by every aviation expert in the country to make sure this thing runs the way it is supposed to run. And you can bet from Japan Airlines to El Al to all the customers around the world, they are watching this every bit as closely as you and I are watching this takeoff right now, just outside of Seattle.
You know, I mean, it's important to see American innovation. And, you know, even though this has been an incredibly troubled process, a lot of things are that way when you first get them off the ground. And it's been so long since planes have been sort of recreated, right? I mean, we've been basically, since the beginning of aviation, flying on the same, you know, commercial aviation, I should say, flying on the same basic model. And you look at what's happening in space now with the sort of restructure, you know, the abandoning of the shuttle and the restructuring of something that may take us to Mars. You know, I think especially in these economic times, regardless of the difficulties they've had getting there, it is good to see American innovation in science and aviation.
Aviation across the board. I mean, you know, planes have not changed very much over the years. I mean, these are the same jets that we're flying today. It's the same technology used back in the 70s. When I learned to fly 20 years ago, I learned to fly in a 1958 Cessna 150. It's the very same plane they're making now. With a few tinkering, the radios have gotten better, the technology has gotten better, but the airframe, the technology of flying really has kind of been the same for a lot of years. This is a step up. Remember when Steve Fossett flew all the way around the world in that plane? That was the new composite material that was light enough to be able to do it on a single refueling. That's why that's so important to the future, is because of the materials, not because of the speed or the power of the plane.